Arrays 1. So this is just some basic practice with arrays, and what we want to do is create an array that contains 3 items and store all of this inside a variable called myArray. So this can be anything you want, maybe favorite foods, bands, artists, anything. So the main thing to know is arrays are a way that we can assign multiple values to one variable. So over here where it says add your code, I'm going to start out by saying let myArray equal, and then I'm going to use square brackets. And square brackets are what we use to designate a new array. If we left it as is, it would be empty, and it would be functional. But what we're going to do is put in a list of items. I'm going to call this, let's see, watch, brush, and belt. So we've now assigned those 3 strings to my array. Now if I inspect this page and take a look at what we have here. So the rest of the code that was written in the example outputs your array on the page. So right now we know it's working. And what we want to do after this is modify the first 2 items in the array using simple bracket notation and assignment. So what that means is we're going to use other JavaScript to first call the variable that we have defined as myArray, and then set 2 of these items to different values. So we're going to say myArray is equal to, instead of watch, I'm going to call it glasses. So if I just do this, it's not actually going to change the first position of item watch. So when we work with arrays, we start with 0 and we count up from that. So watch is 0, brush is 2, or sorry, 1, and belt is 2. So we have 3 items, but we count 0, 1, 2. So in order to address the item in the 0 position, or the first item, we reference it using brackets and its ID or index number. So now I can say my array is now 0 going to be glasses. So you'll see watch change to glasses here. Then I can just copy and paste that, and I want to set the second item in the list. I'm going to change it from brush to comb. Save, refresh. Now our original array has different values. Then finally, the last thing we need to do is add a new item to the beginning of the array. And so you might be thinking, well, I can just edit that array itself, but a better way to do that is to use JavaScript again. And so there is a method that we can use, and it's called unshift. So we can say myArray dot unshift, and since it's a method, it wants a parameter, so we use our parentheses there, and we can say I want to unshift a string in there, so I'm going to call this tie. Okay. So unshift is going to add a new item to the beginning of the array. So here in the center you can see there's tie, glasses, comb, belt, and that's pretty much the end of our first arrays practice.